Okay. Hello. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Since I saw you last, I took my mother to the oral surgeon for a consultation, and turns out she's going to have a tooth pulled. So that's going to happen tomorrow morning. So yay. Today is this week is full of doctor's visits because Monday took both parents to their regular doctor's appointment. Tuesday took mom to the oral surgeon, and then we're gonna go back on Thursday. So hooray! But yeah, so hopefully, hopefully, everything is gonna work out well. I mean, I was very surprised they were gonna get her in that quickly, but yeah. But so today I have to make up for the Tuesday and Thursday that I have not been able and will not be able to write quite so much. So I'm going to do my best to stay on task today and really focus. I'm going to do my best. Not a guarantee, but I'm going to try my best. So, how's it going for you? Has life suddenly popped up and been like, "Oh, hi, life"? Let's see. Kara's also watching Writing Your First Chapter podcast from Butterdocs. Nice. And from the Therapet's deck, a purple otter card says, "It's okay to struggle. You are doing better than you feel like you are." Nice. And the Wake Up Kick-Ass Repeat card says, "Should, would, could, did. That's you." Nice. Yes, you have accomplished more than you think, and you are doing better than you think. So, as Monique says, great cards. Weaver says, "Hello, hello." Monique is reacting to my mom having to have her tooth pulled. Yes, this is one that she had previously had a root canal on, so it's her very last upper molar type thing. So this is one that she had a root canal done on, like somewhere between like maybe 2004 and 2010, like somewhere in that range. So it's a tooth that has had previous problems. But anyway, so they're going to take it out. And essentially the oral surgeon said they either he would have to take it out or the dentist would have to take it out. But either way, it would need to come out in the next like 2 months because there was infection and it was eating away at the bone, which I didn't know that until I think her last x-ray for her jaw, that apparently infection can eat away bone. Did not know that. So yeah, so the oral surgeon was worried about if we just let it be, then the bone loss would go into her sinus cavity, and that would create a like just straight pathway for chronic and more serious infections. So since mom is going to go off to Colorado for vacation soon, he was like, well, okay, well, maybe we can get you in the next couple days. So yes is the answer to that. So yeah, so she's getting a tooth pulled tomorrow, which means I will be sitting either at the doctor's office or in my car, probably in the waiting room, just because, yeah. So hooray! But that means I have to write today. So for real, right. Monique says, yesterday I bought and read a new book. Nice. Was it good? I hope it was. Stacy says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Carla is here. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Hello. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Monique says, the games God. Y'all, why does my brain mix up the words like that? The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. Okay, let me take a sip and try and reset my brain, because obviously it's not braining today. The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. There we go. Finally read it out. I hope it was good. Laura is here and says, hello. Hello. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Book came out last year. It's an adult fantasy that has all the vibes of Hunger Games and Percy Jackson. Nice. However, their protagonists are all older adults in their 20s as opposed to teenagers. Gotcha. Carly's like, life. Don't talk to me about life. Brain the size of a planet. Yeah. I was texting Bestie over the weekend and this week just about things that are going on in each other's lives, and then also, the state of the government and all the other things. Because she works in higher ed. So the Doge being now targeting the DOE and higher ed, she's sort of like watching to see how that's going to impact things. But yeah. The main female character of romance is Hades. Nice. Nice. Lexi says, right on time. Yes, you are. Hades is Asterion-coated and made you melt. Nice. Well, I mean, Hades is, while not perfect, definitely one of the better Greek gods. Comparatively. Yeah. Lexi says, hello. Yes. Problem is, the book ends off on a cliffhanger. No! When's the next one come out? Is it out? Is it in the works? Do we know? Carla says, I have to do the Hitchhikers references whenever someone gives you the lead. Yes. Jen says, good morning. How was your birthday? It was good. It was nice. Bestie and I went for brunch lunch. And then we went for a walk around the nearby riverfront park that's got a lot of trails and stuff. So we took her baby and went on a lovely walk. And then I came home and we had lasagna, which is one of my favorite meals. And my mom made me blueberry pound cake as requested. And it was delicious. Also, I still have to show you. Hang on. Let me do this real quick. Where is it? There it is. Part of my hair. Part of the gift that Bestie gave me was a hollow milk chocolate dragon that has jelly beans inside. I don't know how to get it so it doesn't have the glare. But yeah, there he is. He's got jelly beans inside. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have him. I'm not exactly excited to bite his head off or anything. So he may hang around for a little while. So let's see if I can get the camera to reset itself. Maybe. But anyway, so yeah. So we have a chocolate dragon. And I'm like, but how do I eat it? And yeah, so she got me a good present. So it's one of those days. Yes. Yeah. Well, your brain just isn't braining and things are just not quite. Next book is going to come out later this year, thankfully. Okay, good. It's the second in a trilogy. Ooh, which means you have to wait for the third because the second one is not going to end. It is also likely to end on a cliffhanger. But yeah, or at least partially unresolved. So cute. The chocolate dragon is cute. You wouldn't want to eat it. Him, her, whatever. Yeah, exactly. It's hard. I kept a candle. In fact, I still have it. That's a little dragon breaking out of an egg, and then I had a wick up from the dragon's head. I just eventually clipped the wick because I'm like, I'm never going to burn this. It is just going to be a knickknack. So yeah. But with the chocolate, I feel like I probably ought to eat it at some point. Elizabeth says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we need doggos for the day, right? We need doggos and we need card real quick, and then we'll get to work. So we have Bean. He's not anxious, just happens to be very aware of everything that could potentially happen at any point. So yeah, we share Bean's anxiety. Bean has a blanket or a hoodie. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's Bean. That was yesterday's. And today we have Finn. Someone once told him to stop and smell the flowers. Now he never skips a day. So we have a little cute Finn sniffing the flowers. So we have Bean, anxious Bean, and we have Finn and the flowers. So there we go. Those are the doggos of the day, of yesterday and today. Also, tomorrow is going to be a full moon, so keep that in mind in case you... is tomorrow also an eclipse? I can't remember. There was supposed to be an eclipse. Eclipse March 2025. Friday. Okay, so it won't be on the full moon, but it'll be close to full moon. Be the waning gibbous. So yeah. So that'll be Friday. So tomorrow full moon, Friday eclipse. Bean looks like Scooby-Doo. Yes. A little bit. He's a little skinny. Yeah. Captain Flower Sniffer. Nice. One other thing Monique should mention, one thing you loved about the games gods play, aside from Hades, is the doggo Cerberus. Yes. Cerberus in the novel is a very good boy, and each of his heads has a different personality. Cute. Very cute. Okay, we do need card too. Okay. Sorry, I'm like trying to do all the things in my brain. Okay, the eclipse is at the full moon. It's an overnight, early morning thing. Got you. Okay. Still. 2 days of technical lunar activity. Fun times. All right, today we have the buffalo. It's number 10. Eventually I will get to it. Here we go. And it's a long passage. So the abundant universe will provide is the main message. The buffalo comes to you now to remind you of the amazing manifesting power of gratitude and the extraordinary potential available to you when you adopt a mindset of abundance. The ancient people of the Americas saw the buffalo as a symbol of abundance because the herds roamed far and wide and provided so many gifts: the meat, the hide, the bones. The tribes who hunted the buffalo and used every bit of them, wasting nothing and appreciative of the abundance. So too do you have many gifts available to you. The buffalo appears to let you know that you are in a powerful time to manifest your desires, not by force or by pushing, but by rather following a natural path that rises before you, trusting that there is always plenty to go around. Whether it be love, inspiration, money, or support, it's all there for you to claim. When you are grateful, you immediately align yourself with the truth that the world is rich and teeming with resources. There is always more than enough, and you are always more than enough. At this time, you can expect all your intentions and needs to come into form that is right for you. Your heartfelt gratitude is making you a magnet for miracles, and the buffalo's message is to remember that you create your reality in partnership with the universe. So offer up your thanks and your prayers even before you see the conditions that you desire, not just for yourself, but for others too. Then you will quickly see the results in a tangible way. Gratitude has the magic to grow good, so offer thanks and praise as you acknowledge all that you have and all that is possible. So there you go. The buffalo. The abundant universe will provide. So Monique pulled the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is choices, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. And then the Sun from your Wisdom of Pooh. Wisdom of Pooh is so cute. Okay, sorry. Monique says it vibes with the card you pulled. Okay, good. Carla says you needed that today. Combined with the Sun, it's the message that you hope to receive today. Good. I'm glad. I am glad. Cups. No. Okay, it's not choices. It is daydreams, visions, imagination, meditation, contemplation. So, could be about choices as well, though, because there are options. There are numbers. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do the thing. Let's go ahead and pull up. Should we start with snowbirds or should we start with cute hedgehog? Which would you prefer? Snowbirds or hedgehog? I'm going to go ahead and get my document open. Hedgehog. The answer is hedgehog. Understood. And Becca goes, hedgehog, and also hello. Hello, welcome. Okay. So we are on the first sprint. Let's do this. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with and go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Y'all, the editing is happening. You ever read some of the stuff that you have written and you're like, what in the world? So I've had a couple of instances where I'm like, what was I trying to say? This is so awkward. Like, how do these pieces of conversations connect? I'm just like, okay, so it's going to be one of those sessions. Apparently my brain was not braining on the session when I wrote this passage either. So I guess it's only right that my brain doesn't feel like it's braining on the day that I edit it, right? It's only fair. Only fair. Anyway, I'm on page 5. But like the beginning of page 5. So yeah, that's how that's going. That's how that's going. Okay, let me pull up the not that one. This one. The poll for today, I forgot to show that off for the first, before the first, nope, this one, yep. Before the first sprint, I forgot to show it off. Anyway, so if your main character could choose a superpower, you know how like we always ask ourselves, like if we had one superpower, what would it be? Your current work in progress, your current main character, what superpower would they choose to have? You know, in one of those like small talk conversations of like, you know, if you had a superpower, what would it be? What would their superpower be? Would it be some sort of like flying or levitational power? Would it be teleportation? They could just like take a portal or like hop to wherever they wanted. Would it be telepathy, mind speak, mind reading abilities? Or would it be a healing touch? What would your main characters choose? I think for a lot of my female characters, just because in general, female characters tend to be more of the nurturing type, the healing touch would probably be a pretty popular choice. But for some of my more scheming characters, telepathy, like mind reading, would definitely be higher up on their list, because then they would be able to like figure out what people are thinking of. Like for most of my rogues, my roguish characters, I think would choose telepathy, because then they would be able to like overhear mind-wise, you know, when somebody was going to be out of town, or where they kept the safe, or what the combination was, so that they could steal a little bit more. So I think probably healing touch would be the most top pick for my female main characters, most of them. And then for my telepathy would be like right up there as well. Mm-hmm. Most of my male characters, I feel like, would be, I want to say probably teleportation. Yeah. I feel like a lot of my male main characters would choose teleportation, because then they would be able to like do short range teleportation and reach other characters before something bad happened. So I think that would be probably either that, or again healing. Like, so, you know, if in battle they could heal themselves or heal their companions. So, but on the other hand, I do have some characters that would just love to fly. So all good options, right? Okay. Mom Maggie says, hello, lovelies. Hello. I asked how you're doing. Monique says, I would love a spring-themed timer for the next sprint. We might have to go visit HK and Laura's channels for those, because I don't know that I have, other than like some of the pieces of the waterfall timers. Do I have any that are spring specific? I don't know that I do. I never wound up making the animated Bumblebee one because I couldn't figure out how to animate it properly. But yeah. Anyway, Rachel says healing because he's really just one big squishy hearted creature for all those scales and snark. No. Cute. Monique wrote out 385 words. Good. Nice, nice. Lexi broke the 2K mark, 2,169. Fantastic. Rachel says, I'm going to gather my things to go to my desk after having a lunch break. Fantastic. Rachel says, hello, everybody. Hello. Weaver says, editing here as well, so it's going slow. Yes. Becca is also on the editing train. Gotcha. So there's at least 3 of us in the editing hole. Cave. Yes. You're editing your screenplay, trying to cut down the pages, but keep adding more. Oh no, you think you're doing this wrong. Oh no. Carla is also editing. Excellent. Yay, 4 of us. This is where he reveals himself as a bear shifter to defend her, and she's like, yeah, I think I'm going to go back to New York and rethink all this. Ooh, gotcha. Your Susie would pick Healing Touch, given that she's very nice. Personally, for you, you'd love to have teleportation. That way you wouldn't have to drive anywhere, right? No commute times. Becca says, the script I'm writing is me as a kid. So as that character, all I wanted to do was teleport when I was a kid. Nice. Stay says, this is one where I don't think my choice is my main character's choice, but I can figure out what they would choose. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun to sort of like do that mental shift of like, even though a lot of our characters are just like so much a piece of ourselves. Okay, so Mom Maggie is fixing formatting issues for your March 17th release because Amazon is being a biatch about the chapter dividers that you have used in several other books. Oh. I'm sorry that you are back in formatting hell. I hope it goes easier than some of the other times. Elizabeth says my main character would choose flying/levitation because she could use it in combat. Yes, she's a warrior type. Also, she wouldn't have to learn to ride a horse. Good point. Good point. Stacy says, I think the flowers on this purple teapot are spring flowers. They are. That's true. Rachel says, congrats to Lexi for the 2K. Carla says, teleportation would be nice. Saves a lot on gas and maintenance, right? Yeah. Telepathy would make Daisy's life so much easier because so many have kept secrets from her that would be completely changed. That having telepathy would have completely changed her choices. Yeah, knowing that information. Rachel says, ooh, I get to research modern gin hunting for the first scene of book 4. Ooh. Sounds deliciously fun to dive into as an idea. Carla says, but healing because shifters are already slightly telepathic with their mates, family, and close friends. Gotcha. So you don't want to double up. Yes, understood. Purple teapot would be perfect. Okay. Sounds like we have our next one. Next timer picked out. Monique says, I think Jane would pick telepathy, while Gabby would pick flight, and Andy would pick teleportation. Ooh, okay. Did I take my allergy medicine yesterday? Yes, I did. I did it at dinner. So, okay. I'm just trying to figure out because I feel snuffly, and it may come across sound-wise as well, so apologies if it does. The Bradford pears and the ornamental cherries are currently blooming, along with the daffodils and the forsythia. So I'm starting to get that spring pollen overload. It's not super bad yet, but the fact that I'm getting it already means that it's probably time for me to ramp up my honey intake, as well as just maybe wearing a mask when I go work in the yard and stuff like that. Okay, let's do the purple teapot. And it is silent, so you can choose whichever of your favorite soundtracks that you would like to play, or favorite current song obsessions. I have been stuck on Freya writings for about a month and a half now. So if anybody would like to volunteer another artist name that I should go check out so that I can be obsessed with someone new, please give me your current and or favorite song obsessions or artist obsessions. Let's see, Purple Teapot is your favorite. I envy you all the pretty blooms. We're having spring to fake spring and winter. 68 degrees Fahrenheit today, but snow by Friday. Ooh. Yikes. Yikes, yikes. Okay. Let's go ahead and swap. Don't forget the second sprint is the self-promo sprint, so make sure that you do your self-promo. And make sure that you save your document. That's number 1. And take a sip. That's number 2. Cheers. Three, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How we doing? I got a good bit more done that time, so less parts of the chapters that were like, what in the world was I thinking? Less of that, more of like regular spacing issues, like typos, that kind of stuff. So less confusing WTFs and more like, okay, yeah, fine. How'd you do? Also, don't forget to do your self promo. I'm now on page 12. So, not bad. Not bad. Continuing to get a little bit more done, which is great. Also, again, don't forget to vote in the poll as to what your main character would choose as a superpower. Flying levitation, teleportation, telepathy, or healing touch. What would your main character find as a like superpower that they would want? Okay, how we doing? Mom Maggie recommended an artist called Uriel, which I have a couple of her songs on the playlist of like, because I know she's done a couple of songs with Flurry, I think. And so I have her on my list of things to listen to. So I moved her up the list. So thank you for that recommendation. Monique mentioned liking instrumental pieces. Specifically, I think viola and where is it? What is it? Fiddle and viola. I mentioned David Garrett is a contemporary violinist, like pop and classical violinist. So if you like that kind of thing, put David Garrett on your list. Save, sip, stretch. Yes, exactly. Mom Maggie wants to know, how are you crossing over from phasmophobia? Let's see. Rachel is researching a tool being used by Zeke in the next book, but I remember watching some fun, comical, kind of freaky ghost hunting videos that discussed and focused on Jen. So you wanted to capture some of the chaos of those videos for the first scene. Gotcha. CB says, hello, I'm about to make dinner, but I am here. Excellent. Good. Welcome. Raven is also here. Hello. Hello. Heather is here. Hello. Hello. Jen is excited to see Heather. CB's dinner is ready. Weaver's dog is demanding cuddles and laying on the keyboard, so aborting the sprint mission for belly rubs. Acceptable reason. Jen says, good reason. Exactly. Exactly. Monique is writing up the second scene in chapter 3 of your Pride and Prejudice fanfic. Nice. Stacy's little monster is now home. You do have some time until you need to get karma, however. Nice. Heather says, I myself had to get your May outside for a walk. Your dog. Yes. Sorry. I was like, wait, but it's March. But that May is the name of the dog. Carla says, she walked away and broke his heart. Now he has to go get her back. Excellent. Yay. Your bear shifter fun. It sounds fun. It sounds good. I like it. Raven says, I found it. I found it. Yay. The program that you're in for school didn't shut down. It was just switched around a bit and it confused you royally. So, oh, good. So you don't need to transfer. Yay. That's awesome, because transferring schools is like kind of chaotic. Yes. So I'm very glad you don't have to transfer. I'm glad that it was just like sort of moved around a bit. So yay. Excellent. Carla says, hurrah for Raven as well. Becca got through more edits. It's still too long, but I'm hoping I'll be able to cut more as I go. Gotcha. Can can you type out the name for me so I can look it up on Spotify? I thought I did, but I can again if you want. I think it's a double R, double T in terms of the Garrett part. You added 246 words. Excellent. Good. Heather now has a new Substack post up, and you can read it at here, heatherdeweepatet.substack.com. Mom Maggie says, my author page, where the new release and 3 free books on March 17th. Here we go. Here's the link for that. Check out Word. Rachel's website has all the things, including my author resource page. Here is the link for that. And also, don't forget, Rachel and hubby have a website design business as well, so you can check that out. Rachel's website was built by them, so you should absolutely take a look and see if you like it. Mom Maggie says, my Substack with a new article on world building. Here it is, Penumbra Mine. And Heather says, I almost forgot to like the stream. Remember to like and make sure you are subscribed, folks. Thank you very much. Yes. Mom Maggie is also excited for Raven and that you don't have to transfer schools. Here we go. Yes. Here's the WTCcreatives.com. Yes. If you like websites made like this, and with little to no effort needed on your part, fill out our form for more info. There it is. Yay. Ooh, CB's dinner was breakfast rolls. We have bacon that we need to cook. And so I was thinking of breakfast for dinner. So yeah, good choice. Stacy says, Becca, ooh. Don't lose it all. Save it for the next novel. Gotcha. Yes. Rachel is following all the goodies. Monique found him. Good. David Garrett, the violinist. Raven says, especially since the school you were thinking as a possible transfer doesn't have the same program, so half the credits wouldn't transfer. Yes. Yeah, you don't feel like redoing a chunk of the program. No, I completely understand that. So I'm very excited that your transfer does not have to happen. Monique says, I'm going to eat a light lunch. Yes. Heather says, thanks for a reminder to make a note to work on my site. Yes, that is Heather's homework. Becca says to Stacy, I'm saving every draft so I'll still have all the extra scenes for the book. Nice. Raven says, but the important question is, what are you eating? Please describe in detail. I want to taste all of the words. We have bacon. We have grits. We have eggs, which could be fried, could be scrambled. And for me, like a side of non-dairy cheese that would go in the scrambled eggs. Salt and pepper, deliciousness. We have some mushrooms I could chop and fry along with some onions because we got some more sweet onions yesterday. So I can caramelize some sweet onions and then throw in some fried mushrooms with it. And then we have cinnamon raisin toast, or we have biscuits. Could go either way. Yeah, non-dairy cheese. Yeah, because I'm lactose intolerant or lactose sensitive, so I should not be eating real cheese. So I have been trying out different brands of like non-dairy, like plant-based cheese alternatives, specifically mostly cheddar and mozzarella, because those are what I use in my cooking most of the time. But yeah, but no, my like birthday lasagna was like a full-on full lactose. I was like, because I tried making a lactose-free one before, and it just was not the same. The cheese didn't melt the same. It was just like not. So I had like real cottage cheese, real Parmesan, real mozzarella. I was like, I want the real thing. So yeah. So sometimes I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna be worth the problem. so yeah. But sometimes I'm good and I have just the non-dairy. And so tonight is I should be good night. So Mom Maggie says, I had you had fried rice with sesame pork chops. Ooh. and a soft fried egg for lunch. So good. Nice. Yeah, last night we had twice baked potato chili, because I like essentially facsimile or proximally an alternative to chili cheese fries, but with a potato. So, and a fried egg. Nice. Raven says, thank you for the descriptions. You didn't know non-dairy cheese is a thing. Yes. So non-dairy cheese is a thing. And I have been trying to find ones that are good, ones that like fake cheddar that actually tastes like cheddar. Fake mozzarella that like actually melts like mozzarella, because the melting is a problem. Because if you want like a melt, like a cheese melt, or even like a cheese toasty, it's so not the same. So you have to find one that melts and cooks properly if you are going to be cooking with it. Otherwise, if you're just like sprinkling it on a salad, like, it's fine. But if you're going to cook with it, the melting is a thing. I have found, however, the ones that taste the best cold. There is the Baby Bell, the little teeny tiny little snack size wrapped in wax cheese, little mini cheese wheels. They make a plant-based original and white cheddar. The original is better, way better than the white cheddar, in my opinion, but they cost about $1 per little mini cheese wheel. So it's like, I don't know that I want that, versus like a bag of shredded fake cheese is usually a little bit more economical. So Heather says, by the way, my post is all about crutch words. Ah, yes, finding them and replacing them. Yes, we all should go read that then. Or at least I should. Color's like, no, I think I want to make mac and cheese tonight. Do it. Do it. Eat the cheese for me. Sounds so good. To Mama Maggie. Yes, it does sound good. Cashew cheese has a decent texture. I have tried a cashew cheese like nacho dip, and it just didn't do. It was not the same. It never melts the same as dairy cheese. Yeah, and I was trying, because they sold it as like a nacho cheese alternative, and it was not. Seems like I haven't had cheese today. Well, we should fix that. Raven says, I made mac and cheese with hot dogs, onions, and ground beef, and lots of seasoning. I need my spices. Yes. Almond-based cheese is supposed to be good. Yeah, so I think some of the ones that I have found that I like the best in terms of mozzarella alternatives were actually chickpea-based, weirdly enough. In terms of like tastes good sprinkled on something. I still have not found a good alternative to melting mozzarella. So I just haven't. The fake cheese here is vile. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them are very questionable. There says, I had breakfast for lunch, scrambled eggs with sweet peppers, slice of ham, toast. Ooh, do I have any? I have some sweet peppers in the freezer, so I could also toss that in. You had some spirals and cheese for lunch. You did not add milk, but there is some in the powder. Yeah. You tried non-dairy milks like soy, cashew, and oat. Yeah. Some of them, like I have an almond-based creamer that I put in my coffee because, yeah. You trying to eat cheese every day. Okay, gotcha. Those of us who love cheese have the worst time finding the non-dairy alternative. Right, because we love cheese and cheese is good. Cheese is so good. The cashew mozzarella and parm are okay on pizza, but they don't have the pull that the real dairy has. Yeah. You found that 100% sheep cheese doesn't bother the youngest as bad as cow/cheese mix or cow cheese. What about goat? How does goat cheese compare to sheep cheese? because I've heard that if you are bothered by the proteins or the fat molecules, something about them, they are smaller and so therefore more easily broken down by your body in goat cheese versus cow cheese. Yeah, fake cheese. Yeah, but I think that's a problem across a lot of fake cheese. So, Mom Maggie says yum for Heather's breakfast for lunch. The Viola brand is pretty good, but expensive. Viola. Okay. I'm going to look and see because I like the Follow Your Heart mozzarella, which I can get at Walmart. But I like the Better Goods version of cheddar in terms of like shreds. They're still not great, but okay, so Viola. And then the cashew, Mom Maggie said, cashew mods. I promise I'm going to go look for them. I promise. I have found a cream cheese, though. The Via Life has a cream cheese, a plant-based cream cheese, and I like it. It does spread like cream cheese, and it tastes like cream cheese. So if you were looking for a plant-based cream cheese, Via Life. They sell it at Publix. I've also seen it at Walmart. And they come in either a block that is 8 ounces, but you can't reseal that block. That's one thing. Or in a little tub in 7 ounces. So it's like, do you want the extra ounce or do you want the like tub that has the lid? So there you go. Random things that I have observed. You've finally turned to lactate types and just lessened your intake of dairy, so you can still get away with it in moderation. Yeah. So like the problem with the lactates is if you are sensitive to the casein, the protein, it doesn't help because it's not just the lactose. And then the other thing is sometimes the lactate brand is getting them from different factories, and so it's kind of like a hit or miss depending on the jug, or at least that's what I found. So I'm like, eh. Anyway, it's not a life-threatening thing. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not life-threatening, but I really miss cheese. Cashew milk is really freaking expensive, but good. Yeah. The cashew and the coconut milk ice creams. The coconut milk is my favorite out of the alternatives. I have found some really good plant-based ice creams that are coconut milk based. Because the oat, I can still taste the oats somehow. The cashews and the almonds, I can taste a little bit depending on the flavor. But the coconut milk is really good for ice cream. So there you go. You can have almond and soya milk, but not the oat milk because you don't like it. Yes. Yeah. It's everybody's preference is different. That's one thing. It's like why there are so many. Why do they call it milk when it's juice? Because it's supposed to be sort of like a similar thing, supposedly. It also just doesn't sound as appealing, like oat juice. Like, who would want oat juice? Like, that just doesn't sound good. But oat milk, oh, that sounds okay, doable. But no, oat juice, no thanks. In the case of oat milk, it's technically tea because it's actually seeped oats. Oat tea. Oat tea versus oat milk. Oat tea would be better than juice, but I still don't know that it would be as market friendly as oat milk. I don't know why it's oat milk, right? Just all the things. You made a lot of goat cheese when she was growing up and she was fine with it. Okay, good. You think Viola is known as Violife. Okay, so it might be a branding difference based on where they're sold. Okay, good. Your mother is extremely allergic to cow milk and cheese, but she can eat goat's milk and cheese. Okay, so I might have better luck finding some goat products than not necessarily just like plant-based. What's awful? Which one? Oat. Okay, so the oat milk there. Okay. Yes, you've seen it like that too. Yes, you found it at Whole Foods and Sprouts and the local co-op as well, the Via Life. Nice. Raven's like, not a clue as to why it's called milk. Maybe because it's sort of white and creamy. Maybe. You got the name wrong. Oh no. maybe you got you had the most of the letters, so we're good. We figured it out. Stacy is allergic to the protein in the cow's milk, but you can drink goat's milk. Okay, nice. That's why you can't have the lactose-free cheese. You strongly suspect the problem is the protein or the casein. You can only get soy-based ice cream here. That's sad. You can't eat, brain not braining again. You can have and like coconut milk. You have a coconut milk-based yogurt. Nice. Nice. The alternative milks juices are supposed to be healthier. Yeah, and some of them have a longer shelf life than animal products. So that is also a benefit to probably both the companies and the consumers. The longer shelf life, I mean. All right. I have talked for too long. Let's go ahead and do another sprint. So that way we can have the full shebang. So we'll do a third sprint. This will take us over the top of the hour. But we need another sprint. We need a third sprint. Okay. Let's see. Let's do the bear. It's got some dandelions in it, so it looks kind of spring-like. Raven says, I'm not seeing any of CB's comments. What's going on with YouTube? If you go to the top of the chat, it should say top chat, and then it has a little V. So if you click that and go to live chat, you should see all of the messages. Sometimes it's just being weird. I don't know. Raven's like, no, I want winter back. No. Oh, you like the cold, huh? CB's gonna make a spinach smoothie with the yogurt using your wand blender in the sink so that you don't end up wearing it. It's a good idea. You have a slight issue with dairy, which contributes to your sinus issues. I have ice cream. I talk like the Froggy from the Little Rascals for the rest of the day. Nice. Mom Maggie is offering to send you, Raven, her snow because the snow is like gonna come for Colorado again. Raven's like, I'm like a husky. Give me the cold. Nice. Okay, let's do this. So 1, save your document. Save. 2 is make sure you have something to hydrate with and go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I got to page 18, which is another 5 or 6 pages. It's going. I had a couple more of those, like, what was I trying to say moments. Definitely a little chaotic, this chapter. 2 chapters, really. Definitely really, really chaotic. So I'm going to have to go back through and probably edit this a couple more times. So, yeah. This part was a mess. I'm hoping the next part is not going to be quite so messy. But I'm going to save it because 18 pages. Great. Much better now. They're much better now. I wouldn't consider them great just yet, but I'm glad that I got that much done. So, let's see. Mom Maggie said almond juice in my coffee. Mary was like, yeah, no, that sounds a little too weird to wrap my head around. I was like, nut squeezings? I don't think so. I don't think that would be good. Yeah, why are you committing crimes and putting juice in coffee? Raven also mentioned you have a fruit latte with oat milk. It's tasty. And I remembered because of the fruit latte combo. Trader Joe's has a blueberry oat milk based either creamer or drink, and it tastes like Fruity Pebbles. So if you're into that, there you go. Stephanie is here. You thought you'd be leaving the house, but you and the kids decided we had enough of people this week, which is very relatable. Very much relatable. Mom Maggie says, I wonder if you mix the blueberry creamer situation with sugar cookie creamer situation, would it taste like blueberry cobbler? It might. It might. Rachel said, my eye is griping. Time for a rest. Thanks for the sprints, everybody. Good luck on your stuff. Raven's like, your eye is griping? It's like, your eyes haven't ever complained? Your eyeballs are nice. So kind. Heather says, I'm sorry, you're hurting Rachel. See you soon. Word being gripe, not grip. Okay, so you thought it was gripping. You're like, your eye is like, not letting go. No, that would be a weird and funny story to have your eyeball gripping things. A sentient eyeball. Interesting. Maybe a horror story. Becca says, took a break from editing to beta read, but finished that for the day. Yay! Excellent. Carla says, the draft of the bridge chapter or of her being miserable without him is done. Now on to editing and filling it out. Excellent. Funky is here. Hello. Better late than never. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Eva waves. Hello. Tapping the thumbs up. Just got home and settled in. Unsure if you're going to write or create or play Sims. You could draw straws or roll a dice. Or you could just go with whatever is tugging your heartstrings. Carla says, I'm just saying, all that talk about cheese, maybe go downstairs and grab a few slices with some crackers for a snack. Yeah. Yeah, I miss doing that as like a dinner. Just like, adult Lunchables, charcuterie style. So, yeah, I miss doing that. Stephanie says, I'm taking some brainstorming of how you want the chapter to start into an actual real chapter. It's slow going, especially for a night writer. Gotcha. Karma is now home for Stacy. Mom Maggie says, laundry just got unfinished when the dog vomited on the bed. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. It happens. But oh no. Heather has been in your emails. Funky says, better in your emails than being in your feelings. Oh, I don't know about that. Sometimes being in your feelings is good. Okay, let's go ahead and check the poll results. Raven says, I didn't do much. I chatted, was confused, took the trash out, swore at the evil bright sun. All right, so over 50% of our main characters would choose Healing Touch as a superpower, followed by 20% of our main characters would choose Teleportation, 16% would choose Telepathy, and 8% would choose Flying and Levitation. So there is your choice curve of what we would choose, your bar graph, your percentage pie graph, or whatever. Except it's not in a graph yet. It's just the percentages. Fridays. Yes, Fridays is which portal would your main character use? Which of these 4 portals would your main character be willing to walk through? Or jump through, or fly through, or ride a horse, or something else through? Which portal would your main character use? So that is Fridays. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the sprint. Hopefully you got something done, whether it was fun or productive. And I'm going to see y'all on Friday. by the time I see you on Friday, my mom will be hopefully missing one tooth with the extraction plan. Yeah, so hopefully I will see y'all soon. And don't forget to save, don't forget to sip, and take breaks. So yeah. All right. Bye, y'all.